Shalom. Damn. Yeah, Shalom. I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory. See how Hashem Shai, Bashem Rakakadash. And those honest the elders and apostles of great those who don't is true. And peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. And even then, I was gonna go work out, but obviously, I opened up TikTok and I saw this message. It was like, when I clean the kitchen, it makes me want to study. And that's what, you know what? Might as well just do a video, you know what I mean? But, yeah. Let me full screen it.
Most of the world has decided to stop shipping. They stopped their shipments to the United States, their imports. As of today, there are 33 countries that have announced that they have suspended their shipments to the United States due to the ending of the de minimis, which is a tax exemption, a duties exemption that allowed packages and shipments coming into the United States under the value of $800 to be duty free. That ended today. And before it could officially end, countries around the world had already started announcing that they're not shipping over here anymore. If you think that I'm lying, just head over to USA Today to look at the list of all of the countries that have announced that they are no longer shipping to the United States. All right. And just to give you a little idea, I'm going to read off some of the countries that are on the.
Simple as this, man. Yo, that's famine, man. Famine coming to America. But it's as simple as this. What's it called again? Yeah, many shall perish of famine. As it says here, it says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And again, like the scriptures say, man. What's it called again? Calm down with great wrath. Yeah, Revelation 12 and 12. that reminds me of another vision. And it's pretty it's a pretty quick vision, should I say? It's basically yeah, I got on the bus and I went upstairs and then I sat down and all of a sudden this so-called Arab came upstairs and then he sat by me and then he was he was telling me about the MOTB, or should I say the RFID, micro CHIP. But yeah, he was telling me about that, and then all of a sudden that scripture, Revelation 12 and 12. Well, that's what I said anyway. I was like, that reminds me of Revelation 12 and 12. Because obviously you already know, man, this devil, this Edomite, or should I say these Edomites, going into well, you got the government, and you literally got so-called black people who work for them, who are basically on their side, and who think, oh, if I work for the government, I'll be good too. Nah, man. you ain't gonna be good. And then you even got the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Oppenheimers. Or did I say Rockefeller? Yeah, you got them as well. And I tell you, that's all I know right now. There's a whole list of them who basically call themselves JOOs. Or you could just say Amalek. That's who they are anyway. But like it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them, woe to the inhabitants, the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And yeah, their time is short, man. soon they're going to be brought down low. And even then, what was it again? Yeah, going into that word, devil. It literally goes into someone who's a deceiver. We know who the deceiver is, man. We know who he is, as it says. What should I say? The serpent, man. Where is it? Psalms. Psalms 58. And 2. It says, ye in heart, ye work wickedness. Obviously. Obviously Esau's a little devil. The known as the wicked anyway. But it says, ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. And yes, to do nothing but violence. Obviously because their blessing is the sword. And they live by it. They literally live they live by the sword, man. Where was it again? So in the book of Genesis, as it says here in Genesis 27:40, and by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have dominion. You see what I mean? When thou shalt have dominion, rulership. And even if you think about it now, who's ruling the earth, man? Who is ruling the earth right now? It says that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. But yeah, obviously we know it's Esau who's ruling right now. You know, I might as well get that as well. Psalm 17:13 says, arise, O Yahweh, Vashem Awashai, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So yes, literally, Esau's going to be going after people who the Lord, basically who the Lord wants to destroy. When I say destroy, I mean execute judgment. So then again, if you haven't done anything wrong, then yeah, man, you don't have to worry about him. Huh. But even in Psalms 37:14, it says the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy. And then again, that's Esau Edom going up against Jacob or the Israelites, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. So yeah, people who, or should I say martyrs, man. Martyrs. That to give up their life. Or you could say the righteous ones who love the law and who love the statutes and judgments. Esau will come around and take your life, man. Especially if you believe in Yahweh Shema Mashiach, he gonna take your life. As it says here, man, verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born. Speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. And it says, I like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear. But then again, an adder, that's a serpent, man. And then you also got the poison. Which what a poison does is bring confusion. And then again, that's what Esau has done. They've brought out nothing but confusion. And actually, Babylon or America is the land of confusion, man. And you see, as it says here, man, Psalms 50 and 19, like it says, thou givest thy mouth to evil. So then again, they love doing evil things, man. They love it. And then again, they can't sleep unless they do it. And thy tongue frameth deceit. Yeah, the lies, man. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, being the Israelites. Yeah, being the Israelites. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. So yeah, when it's talking about the devil is talking about these Edomites, man. Yeah, where was I? Bro, what is this? Yeah, Proverbs 4 and 16, it says, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief. Man, I'm sure that word mischief goes into trickery. And this is and their sleep is taken away unless they cause someone to fall. And then again, that's what we're saying, man. They're out here causing all these problems, man. They're out here causing all these problems. They're gonna cause famine. They're gonna cause civil war. And basically all the trouble that's coming is going to be through them.
On this list, Australia, Austria, Belgium, Bulgaria, Cyprus, Denmark, Estonia, France, Germany, Greece, India, Italy, Japan, and the list goes on. See, the UN's Universal Postal Union, right, which deals with the postal servicing of 192 countries, came out and stated that the changes will entail considerably operational changes for postal operators all around the world. And when the agency, right, was questioned by USA Today, they stated that they couldn't announce the names of these countries that decided that they will be suspending their imports to the United States. But then these countries decided to start announcing it themselves. They just started coming out and telling you guys, yeah, we're not shipping to the United States anymore. This should be bigger news, but for some reason it's not really being broadcasted. And I wonder why, considering that we are all going to feel it. For all of you guys who kept saying that we weren't going to feel any of the effects of what Donald Trump was doing until after the 4 years, we're feeling it now. We're feeling it now. Let me just let you know what what we're all about to start experiencing, okay? We're going to be dealing with the increased cost of consumers. Now, I know a lot of people have been saying this from the beginning, but
hyperinflation, man. Hyperinflation. You thought the inflation was bad now. Just wait, man. Especially in the time of famine, things are going to be very, very, very expensive. Or should I say, the money's going to be useless in that day. What's it called again? Yeah, famine in Samaria. Guys, it says here, man, and there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver. Which obviously back then, that's real silver. So, yeah. That's going to cost a lot. I said, and the fourth part of a cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver. Which then again, that's a lot of money. And even then, an ass's head, there's not that much meat on the ass's head. And obviously, bird poo. but that's crazy, man. Out here eating bird poo.
But now you're really going to start feeling it. When you walk into those stores and you see that the prices actually jumped considerably, then you're going to start to realize the severity of what everybody was trying to explain to you guys. In addition to that, we're also going to be dealing with the impact on small businesses, okay? Essentially causing a lot of them to shut down. Why? Because the higher costs in operations, or it's going to take to operate their small business, as well as the loss in international consumers, okay? You're also going to have to deal with regulation changes. Now that all of these countries have decided to take a pause in shipping over to the United States, who's to say that they're not going to change how they deal with shipment and how they deal with tariffs? And overall, the trade relations is about to change in a way that a lot of us can't even handle. I'm going to be so honest with you. So yeah, all that talk about...
And you see, these people aren't going to be able to handle the tribulation, man. These things that are coming, all I can say is, it's bad news for them. Very bad news. What was that scripture? Along the lines of, yeah, the full storehouses. Yeah. So again, verse 6 and 22, it says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. Yes, go into those shops and supermarkets. They're soon not going to have any food. And this is the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And yeah, that's the places where where they get those food from, man. Where literally you got these warehouses. I'm not reminded of that one job. It was this one job with it was basically it was along the line with fish, like seafood. Can't lie, it was disgusting, to be honest. But yeah, all this seafood, this frozen seafood, it was going to what was the place it's called, man? Yeah, it was going to these hotels, and to some places, what's it called, man? It was, yeah, Selfridges. Literally. Yeah, all that fish you be buying, man. It's not even that expensive. Well, it is expensive because there's a whole bunch in there, but obviously the prices that they sell it for in those hotels and shops, yeah, the guy add extra on so they can make their money back. But yeah, where was I? Where was I? Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, suddenly shall some place appear on someone. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, and a trumpet shall give a sound. Yeah, you gonna hear those alarms, man. Which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. And you tell me people ain't gonna be afraid when they hear those sounds. It's like one of them things, man. Like during World War One, where the person would go to the bell that's hanging outside, and then the what's it called? They'll turn the bell to make it go off, and obviously it's a faster way than trying to tell everyone. Like once you hear that noise, yeah, you know you gotta go inside your house, or you gotta go inside the basement and hide from them bombs that they were dropping. So yeah, nothing but fears coming. I can't forget about this, man. Verse 24. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. So yeah, you think everything's good now. Yeah, just wait, man. Wait until famine comes. Wait until your life's on the line. And it says, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still. And obviously, not going into them power plants, man, that provide energy. And even then, they use a whole bunch of water. They use a whole bunch of water to power the power plant, man. And even then, like he says, and in 3 hours they shall not run. So yeah, literally going into blackouts, man. Actual blackouts. Huh. Damn. Feeling tired, man. Huh. But yeah, them blackouts are going to bring a huge problems, man. When I say huge problems, I mean, yeah, people running up inside the house. Literally, people are gonna be running up inside people's houses, man. Huh. That's weird, that is. Now I'm thinking about that time, man. Maybe it was fake. I don't know, man. People be doing fake things these days. But obviously that's all gonna end, especially when the internet comes off and the power goes out. Yeah, I'm sure I'll finish this video.
We're gonna feel it in the 4 years. We're not gonna really feel it right now. No. We're feeling it now. We're feeling it now.
Alright, look at the time, man. I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Shema Shabbat, Shema Kakadash, and Shalom, man.